J. Robert Oppenheimer, a name synonymous with brilliance, power, and destruction. Oppenheimer's life echoes Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods. He faced the consequences of unlocking a power beyond comprehension. The atomic bomb looms over Oppenheimer's legacy. It embodies both his triumph and torment. Born in 1904, Oppenheimer's intellect was nurtured in New York. His thirst for knowledge and artistic sensibility shaped his worldview. Graduating from Harvard, Oppenheimer pursued physics at Cambridge. He thrived despite self-doubt, gaining a reputation for his intellect. At Göttingen, Oppenheimer explored quantum mechanics. He formed lifelong connections with fellow physicists. The rise of Nazi Germany troubled Oppenheimer. He contributed to the war effort, blending science with political necessity. In 1942, Oppenheimer led the Manhattan Project. He assembled a team to harness atomic power before Nazi Germany. The Trinity test in 1945 marked a pivotal moment. Oppenheimer quoted, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." The atomic bombs ended where to, but haunted Oppenheimer. He advocated for arms control, facing criticism and personal setbacks. The dawn of the atomic age brought with it a strange dichotomy for J. Robert Oppenheimer. While hailed as a national hero, the architect of victory in World War II, he was simultaneously burdened by the profound moral implications of his creation. The horrific images of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, forever seared into his memory, fueled a growing sense of urgency to prevent such devastation from ever occurring again. He became a vocal advocate for international control of atomic energy, traveling the globe, engaging with world leaders, urging them to recognize the existential threat posed by nuclear weapons. His pleas, imbued with the weight of one who had witnessed the awesome and terrifying power of the atom firsthand, resonated with many, but fell on deaf ears in the halls of power. The world, locked in the nascent throes of the Cold War, seemed all too eager to embrace the perverse logic of mutually assured destruction. Oppenheimer's warnings, though rooted in the horrific reality of atomic warfare, were often perceived as naive idealism by those entrenched in the realpolitik of the day. The world, they argued, was a dangerous place, and the only way to ensure peace was to maintain a position of strength, a nuclear deterrent to ward off potential aggressors. Oppenheimer, however, remained unconvinced, arguing that such a strategy was a dangerous gamble, one that could ultimately lead to the very destruction it sought to prevent. His voice, though increasingly marginalized in the corridors of power, continued to resonate within the scientific community and among a growing segment of the public. He became a symbol of conscience, a reminder that scientific progress, untempered by moral considerations, could lead to catastrophic consequences. His unwavering belief in the power of dialogue, in the need for international cooperation, stood in stark contrast to the prevailing climate of fear and suspicion that characterized the Cold War era.
Check, check. Check one, check two, check, check.
Oppenheimer's outspoken stance on nuclear weapons control, his unwavering belief that the only true safeguard against atomic annihilation lay in international cooperation and disarmament, put him at odds with the political establishment. His former allies, those who had once lauded him as a hero, now viewed him with suspicion, his words interpreted as a betrayal of trust in a time of heightened national security concerns. In 1954, during the height of McCarthyism, Oppenheimer's past associations with leftist organizations and individuals came under intense scrutiny. Despite his unwavering patriotism and his undeniable contributions to the war effort, he was subjected to a humiliating security hearing, his loyalty to his country called into question. The proceedings, fueled by political paranoia and personal vendettas, were a travesty of justice, a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and ideological zealotry. The Atomic Energy Commission, in a decision widely seen as politically motivated, revoked Oppenheimer's security clearance, effectively ending his government service and casting a long shadow over his reputation. The scientific community, though largely supportive of Oppenheimer, was hesitant to challenge the government's decision, fearing that they too could become targets of McCarthyist persecution. The ordeal took a heavy toll on Oppenheimer, both personally and professionally. He retreated from public life, seeking solace in his teaching and research at Princeton's Institute for Advanced Study. The injustice of the situation, the sense of betrayal by the very government he had served with such distinction, left an enduring wound, a reminder of the fragility of reputation and the fickle nature of political expediency. Despite the personal and professional setbacks he endured, Oppenheimer's contributions to science and his unwavering commitment to peace continued to resonate. He remained a respected figure in the scientific community, his insights sought after by those grappling with the complexities of the atomic age. His lectures and writings, infused with a deep sense of history and a profound understanding of the human condition, attracted a new generation of scholars eager to learn from one of the 20th century's most brilliant and complex minds. In the 1960s, as the world began to grasp the full extent of the nuclear threat, Oppenheimer's warnings about the dangers of the arms race seemed increasingly prescient. He was posthumously awarded the Enrico Fermi Award by President John F. Kennedy, a symbolic gesture of reconciliation and a belated recognition of his invaluable contributions to science and national security. Oppenheimer's story, however, remains a cautionary tale, a reminder of the double-edged sword of scientific progress. His genius, his unwavering pursuit of knowledge, led to the creation of a weapon capable of unimaginable destruction, a power that continues to cast a long shadow over humanity. Yet, his story is also one of the redemption of a man who dedicated his later years to atoning for his role in unleashing the atom's destructive potential. He understood, perhaps better than anyone, the profound responsibility that comes with scientific discovery. His life serves as a stark reminder that the pursuit of knowledge must be tempered by wisdom, by a deep understanding of the ethical implications of our actions. Oppenheimer's legacy, though forever intertwined with the tragedy of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, also stands as a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, our capacity for both creation and redemption. J. Robert Oppenheimer's story, a tragic tapestry woven from brilliance, ambition, and the weight of unimaginable responsibility, continues to fascinate and haunt us today. His is a legacy forever bound to the dawn of the atomic age, a stark reminder of the awesome power we wield, the potential for both progress and destruction that lies at the heart of scientific discovery. The questions that plagued Oppenheimer's conscience, the moral dilemmas he grappled with in the aftermath of the Manhattan Project, remain as relevant today as they were decades ago. How do we reconcile the pursuit of knowledge with the responsibility to safeguard humanity from the potential consequences of our discoveries? Can we, as a species, summon the wisdom to control the forces we unleash, to ensure that the power of the atom is used for good, not for destruction? Oppenheimer's life offers no easy answers, but it does provide a framework for approaching these complex issues. It reminds us that science, for all its power and promise, is ultimately a human endeavor, one that must be guided by ethical considerations and a deep understanding of the human condition. The future, Oppenheimer seemed to suggest, hinges not on our ability to control the atom, but on our capacity to control ourselves. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, facing new challenges posed by emerging technologies and the enduring threat of nuclear proliferation, Oppenheimer's story serves as both a warning and a source of inspiration. It reminds us that the choices we make, both individually and collectively, have far-reaching consequences, and that the pursuit of knowledge must always be tempered by a deep sense of responsibility for the future of humanity. Stripped of his security clearance, Oppenheimer could have retreated into bitterness. Instead, he chose resilience, dedicating himself to knowledge at Princeton's Institute for Advanced Study. There he found solace, guiding young researchers and engaging in spirited discussions. His lectures, blending science and philosophy, were legendary. Despite the peace, the shadow of the atomic bomb never left him. He remained a vocal advocate for arms control, urging dialogue over destruction. Even as his health declined, Oppenheimer's mind remained sharp and inquisitive. He devoured books on a wide range of subjects, his thirst for knowledge undiminished. Engaging in lively debates, his conversations sparkled with wit and erudition. He found solace in nature, taking long walks along the beaches of St. John. The vast ocean offered perspective, a reminder of life's enduring rhythms. He often sat for hours contemplating the mysteries of the universe. Oppenheimer's artistic sensibilities found renewed expression in his later years. He immersed himself in poetry, finding solace and inspiration in the words of T.S. Eliot and W.B. Yeats. The beauty and ambiguity of language resonated deeply with him. He continued to correspond with former colleagues and students, reflecting on science, philosophy, and the human condition. He encouraged young scientists to pursue their passions with rigor and integrity. His words served as a source of inspiration for a generation grappling with a rapidly changing world. As the Cold War thawed, Oppenheimer's legacy was reappraised. The political climate shifted, and a new generation viewed his story through a nuanced lens. Historians revisited his life, seeking to understand the factors that shaped his destiny. They recognized his brilliance and flaws, painting a complex portrait. In 1963, President Johnson awarded Oppenheimer the Enrico Fermi Award. The award was seen as a symbolic act of redemption. Oppenheimer accepted it with humility, emphasizing international cooperation. The security hearing remained a stain on his reputation. The debate over his legacy continues, ensuring his enduring fascination. J. Robert Oppenheimer died on February 18, 1967, at the age of 62. His legacy, intertwined with the atomic age, challenges and inspires us today. His story is a cautionary tale, reminding us that knowledge must be guided by ethical responsibility. Oppenheimer's life teaches us that true humanity lies in empathy, compassion, and wisdom. His echo reverberates through academia, power corridors, and ethical dilemmas of our time.